Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Color Street, and I just wanted to take a minute to do a little demonstration on how to use our new GIFs, our Color Street GIFs, that's GIFs, when you are creating your stories on Instagram or Facebook. First of all, let me say that you do need to be using these in stories, and if you're not familiar with stories, I'm going to do a little demonstration right now to help familiarize you with stories. So stories is what you can post on Instagram or Facebook that stay for about 24 hours and then they disappear. You can save them, that's a different training, but for this purpose, I'm going to do Instagram first and show you how to use those Giphies, and then we will move over to Facebook if you don't use Instagram, or if you prefer to do your stories in Facebook only. All that stuff is definitely a personal preference. So for Instagram, if you're on your main Instagram page, which I am, you cannot you can't add to stories here easily. So what I always do is go to my home page. This is where I can see my feed, my Instagram feed. And then what I want to post, what I want to hit is this little camera button here. And this is going to take me to stories. Right now, of course, my camera is sitting down on the table, so it's showing a black screen. Here, I can choose a photo that I already have in my library. And I'm going to pick this one. I got it ready for us. This is just a nail feed that I took a couple of months back. Now, to create a story, you can add elements to your image. Here's how you do that. First of all, the AA, that's text. So if I wanted to type, wow, Fort, that's not how you spell it, worth it is amazing, exclamation point. That color that I have on my nails is called Fort Worth It. And then right here I can change the color of my words, and I can also, if you know me, you know they're usually purple. I can also change the style of my text right up here. And I can also, when this little box, is activated, I can also change whether it has a background or not. Okay? So those are the things that your text can do. Once I hit done, with 2 fingers, oops, that's not what I want to do. Done. With 2 fingers, I can move that text box. I can also move it with 1 finger, but when you get to the bottom, you can see that when you only have 1 finger on the screen, you get a trash can image at the bottom. I could actually throw it away if I wanted to using 1 finger. The cool thing is if I'm using 2 fingers, I can get really far down at the bottom and it doesn't get thrown away, okay? So that's really cool. So next, I want to add one of our new amazing moving Giphies. So I'm going to choose this button. It's actually the sticker button. Oops, I touched it, sorry. Sticker button. And here's where I can add several things to my story. I can add the location. So if I click that, it's going to ask me what my location is. I can pick my Facebook page and it's going to automatically add that on there. I don't really want that, so I'm going to grab it with 1 finger and drag it to the trash can. And then I can do all other things. I can add a hashtag. I can mention someone with the @ symbol. This is all on Instagram now. I can poll, which that's really cool. If you want to say, hey, would you like a sample? Yes, no. I can ask questions that require a full sentence answer. But what we're talking about here is GIFs. So I'm going to click on GIFs. This is going to bring up the library of moving images that you would want to add to your story. And in the search bar, I'm just going to type Color Street. And here they are. I mean, I don't think this one is, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Let me try that again. And it keeps them there. So here's the ones you can pick from. And our hashtags are a little farther down on the page. But, so you just pick one. Let's say I'm going to use this one. I kind of like this one. So it's going to be here. It's going to be small. Double fingers, I can make that bigger. And also if I'm dragging it toward the bottom, if I'm using 2 fingers, it's not going to be thrown in the trash can. And then I can add another one if I want. Let's do the Made in the USA. Okay, so there is my story. This is what I'm going to post. I have a couple of options here. Because my Instagram is attached to my Facebook page, if I click right here at the bottom where it says your stories, you can see my Instagram profile picture and the Facebook circle. If I click that, it's going to push this story to both my Instagram page and my Facebook page. If I don't want to do that, I can click send to, and then I get to pick where it goes. Okay? Here's the other really cool thing. Say you don't want to use this in stories. Say you want to just save this as a video that you can post whenever, wherever, maybe to your main timeline. All you have to do for that is hit this little arrow, and you can see that it just said saved. So then I could go to my well, I don't have to go to my camera roll. I think I have to get out of this so I can show you. I can go to my camera roll, and that story that I just created in Instagram is actually saved in my camera roll as a video. So now I can post that video anywhere that I want to on Facebook or on social media anywhere. Okay? What's really cool about Instagram to Facebook pushing of your stories is that if you do something like a poll, it does that poll in both places. It does translate that information. If you do a poll in Instagram and you save the video like we just did and then post it in Facebook, the poll isn't going to translate into Facebook. It's only going to be activated in Instagram. You won't be able to, people won't be able to click on the poll in Facebook. So if you're ever using a poll, you definitely want to either create it separately in both spaces or push it from one to the other. Okay, so let's talk about Facebook. It's very similar to Instagram in the way you create a story. So right here, obviously I have no stories. Oh, I do have stories. These are my stories that I created today. I have a poll. I did these in Instagram. Oops, sorry. But if I want to add to my story, all I have to do is click this little blue button on Create a Story. Now, I'm in the same boat similarly. Here's my picture that we did in Instagram. I'll pull it right back up real quick. And I have some similar options. I can add a poll. It's an easy option right here. Okay, I can add my location if I want. And my options for decorating it are similar. Stickers, which is where we're going to go for the GIFs. I have texts, I can draw, effects, and I can tag people. So same way we did it before, stickers, GIFs, Color Street, and they're going to pop up. The same exact ones are going to pop up that popped up over in Instagram. Sometimes there are different ones, but most of the time they're the same. So we'll pick a couple of different ones this time that we didn't use last time. See how the trash can came up because I'm only using one finger? So if you get too close to it, it'll throw it away. Just be careful of that. And there I am on my Facebook story. I can do the same thing and save it right here. Or if I click share to story, it will post to my Facebook story. So that is the simple way to use our new GIFs with Instagram stories, Facebook stories, or to just create a video that you can save and use later. Keep in mind that if you are creating a video to save and use later on Instagram, you're only going to be able to post a square. So create your video square shaped. Be sure all your content is in the center. And I would actually probably do that also for Facebook so that you don't have a long image on Facebook. I hope that helps you a bunch with using the new Color Street GIFs to apply them to Facebook and Instagram stories, or to create a video using them that you can save and use at a different time.